Okay, 6, and we're gonna double that to 12. As you just kind of torch the tree, and while it's sitting in the swamp and you'd think it would be waterlogged, the upper parts of the tree are super dry, and it goes up very, very quickly. Slump, you take 2 points of burning damage as the fire is everywhere, and you definitely do get singed a little bit. But it immediately drops you, and it kind of, the whole tree just kind of like squeals and writhes. As you kind of light it up with fire. Slump, you get dropped into the ground.
I try to catch him.
Okay, roll plus dexterity.
Wait, why dexterity? Why not strength?
I want to see, listen, whether or not you're strong enough is much less important than whether or not you can get into the right position. Okay, yeah. I'll say you kind of catch him. You both get kind of slapped into the muck a little bit, but neither of you take damage. And the tree starts moving, like as if it has legs underneath the muck. It starts moving towards you and wants to start fucking taking names and kicking ass.
I just set an ent on fire, and I don't want to see Joan again. Locke actually says that.
Okay, everyone roll plus dexterity for initiative.
When he says that, I look over and I just say, "Don't worry, she's not all that bad."
Oh, I know. I know.
Okay, so wow. Okay, so we got Slump first. Then we've got wow, that's tough. I'm gonna go Lou, Locke, Galdric. Okay, so the tree goes first. And having been burned very badly, it no longer cares about the big slump snack it was about to have.
Yeah, there it is. Mm-hmm. Well, it's been good, guys.
And where the fuck is its stats?
Come on, Odd. Come on.
There we go. It reaches down and it takes a swipe at you for, holy shit. Okay, 7 damage, but that is mitigated by armor.
Ooh, at me?
No, at Locke.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm gonna roll 1d4. Nice.
Holy shit! So you've reduced the 7 down to 3.
I reduced it so with my armor it's +1, so
okay.
I resist 5 of it.
Holy shit! You take 2 damage off a 7 damage swipe. That's huge. Okay, yeah, you take 2 damage. And then Slump, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm just looking at my abilities to see which ones I want to do.
Yeah.
And I have a question about one of them, which is, what are you waiting for?
Yep.
And that says when you cry out a challenge to your enemies, roll plus constitution. On a 10+, they treat you as the most obvious threat to be dealt with and ignore your companions. Take +2 damage ongoing against them.
Yeah, so that means whenever you fucking hit it, you add 2 to whatever else the other damage you do.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to focus you. It will, like every turn, it's going to hit you.
Oh, no, wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, but I still managed to do another 2 damage to it?
Yep. Yeah, so you'll hit it. Whenever you hit it, you do an additional 2 damage, but it will focus 100% of its attacks on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slump is gonna use what are you waiting for?
Okay. Yeah, this tree is just currently fucking just pounding down on Locke as just all the trees or all the branches are kind of swiping away at him. The smaller branches are trying to fucking pierce him. The bigger ones are trying to bludgeon him, and he's kind of getting overwhelmed a little bit as this tree is just trying to fucking maul him to death.
Yeah, and so I think Slump would pick up his hammer and hold it above his head in like an overhead smash style pose.
Yeah.
And say, "Hey, you big dumb wooden fuck!" And then he would. I'm not sure if I can cast that ability and then attack, or is my turn is basically using that. I don't care either way. I just don't even know how it would work.
You know what? I'll say go ahead and take an action anyway. Like I think in like major like encounters that'll probably be your full turn. Sure. But against the tree you can do that and take an action. Sure, why not?
Okay. I'll roll first to see whether or not it's successful.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, yep.
7 and 9, only a few. The weakest or most foolhardy will fall prey to your taunting. Well, there's
That's only the one
so.
fucking thing.
Yep.
So, yep.
Okay, and then I would. Fuck. Now I have so many options. I'm gonna say I would. Can I do War Cry as well? Or are we already in battle?
No, you can
okay.
definitely use Warcry. You won't be able to attack this turn, but you can use Warcry.
Sure. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. Roll plus charisma. Okay. Whoops. No, sorry, that was the wrong one.
Oh geez. Okay, yeah,
Nice.
there we go. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so 10, that's just you get both.
Yep. So yeah, so your enemies feel fear and act accordingly, and your allies are rallied and take +1 forward.
Yep. Okay, so you guys all get +1 on whatever your next roll is.
Ooh.
And this thing gets disadvantage when it attacks, and it is dedicating 100% of its effort on attacking Slump. And Lou, it's your turn.
Okay. If I see it turning on Slump there, I'm going to cast Bless on Slump.
Perfect. Roll to cast.
Blessing time.
It's blessing time.
It's blessing time. Oh, wait. That's a +1 as well?
Yep, that gets a +1. Yep.
I guess it's a 9, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
still
still
the same.
just a 9. Yes. Yep. Okay, so 9. So you get to choose, what the negative is.
I don't want to this time, so I just won't. No negative for me. Thank you, though. I'm gonna say that. They're all bad. Actually, tell you the truth. Unwelcome attention. Sadly.
Okay, I guess this. So basically, Slump, you did direct all of its attention to you.
Okay.
You were blessed, and it immediately just turned towards Lou.
I think Slump, like, he's now holding his hammer in like overhand smash position, looking like stoic Saitama.
Yeah.
And then as soon as this happens, I think Slump would sort of like cock one eyebrow and remove both hands from the hammer so that he could sort of hold them up in a what the fuck? Looking at Lou.
Yeah, I think the tree is kind of like looming over you, and then all of its branches kind of rear back. It's like. And then it fucking turns as it's kind of reeling back to hit you. And it's like, and it turns over and sees Lou and just starts shuffling over towards Lou, and it just ignores you. Locke, it's your turn.
I'm gonna step back and roundhouse. No, I'm kidding. I'm just gonna keep setting this bitch on fire.
Yeah, man, do it. So roll for your roll plus intelligence for your volley attack. Holy fuck, that's another full damage. So go ahead and roll your damage dice. Plus all your bonuses and all that stuff. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, so that is 24 more damage. Lou, this giant shuffling horror nightmare tree kind of is shuffling towards you, and then from behind, this flamethrower made of flames shoots so much fire that the tree just kind of like goes up, and it looks really bad, and it starts kind of falling apart. Branches start falling off it. It starts cracking at the base as it keeps shuffling towards you. It looks fucked up, but now it's just like a nightmare on fire horror hatred tree that looks like it's gonna try to hit you, but it looks very bad right now. And Galdric, it's your turn.
Okay. I would like to. I'm gonna take out my blade, my fancy blade. that I've
Ooh,
yet to
okay, yep.
use. And I'm going to, since it's look at everybody but me.
Yep.
Not feeling self-conscious about that at all. And because Slump's next attack looks like it's going to be pretty beefy as it is.
Yep.
I want to do setup strike, which
Ooh.
is when you slash, you choose an ally, and their next attack does plus 1d4, and they gain plus 1 forward.
Holy fuck. All right.
Let's go.
Fucking roll it up. I don't know what that roll looks like, but do it.
That's just my normal attack. It's
okay.
Standard.
Holy
it's
shit.
Just, I just get to pick it and do it.
Okay, roll plus charisma, I think is your attack.
No, I think it's strength. But
Okay, yeah, roll plus strength.
Boop.
Holy fuck! Massive fucking
Jesus.
smashing success.
Do I get the +1? Is the +1/4 supposed to be on my damage roll or on my attack roll?
Whatever your next roll is. So that
Gotcha,
I
okay.
believe it's. I think that's what +1/4. It might be your next turn, but I think it's just your next roll. Let me just
Gotcha. Okay.
double check that just to make sure I'm not screwing you guys over. Dungeon world +1 forward. Next time you make a roll. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
just the next roll. Perfect.
Okay. In that case, I will do my damage. And wait, I have this written down all properly because last time I was like, wait, how does that work? So I got to do my 1d10 and then I do a +3 because of the weapons Schmoogleboard.
Yep.
Oh, wait, it's 1d3 plus strength plus the 3.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
strength.
You had your strength there. Yep.
Okay, so it'll be a plus. I really should set up macros. Oh,
Okay, holy fuck. Okay, so 11 more damage. You see this thing just ignoring you completely, heading straight for Lou. And how do you set him up? How do you set Slump up? What does this look like?
oh God. I would say that if Slump's anywhere near me,
Yeah.
I want to. It's so stupid, but I love it. I want to catapult off of Slump's back. I want to like run up his backside
Yeah.
and like jump over his head
Yeah.
and just be like, "You got nexties, buddy!" And I'm just gonna come down with like an overhead strike.
Fucking
And,
perfect.
like hopefully the thing like is looking down at me, so I'm setting up him for the next attack.
Okay, you know what? I have it even one better. So you jump up, right? And you shout and you dig your blade into kind of the upper reaches of the tree. Like you catch a huge amount of air and you slam your blade point first into the top end of the tree. And as you kind of like come back from the hit, you kind of bend the whole tree backwards like somebody placing too heavy of a star on a Christmas tree kind of thing. The whole thing just starts bending backwards and it exposes itself for Slump's next strike. Now, however, before Slump gets its turn, it is going to take one swipe at Lou because it wants to hit Lou very badly.
Ah, hey, no.
5 damage, Lou.
5 damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
armor mitigates it.
I have 2, so 3. Okay.
Perfect. Wow, you guys got a lot of armor. The fucking branches just start battering you. Oh wait, no, it has disadvantage because of Warcry. Oh, that's a 5 anyway, so
That's the same.
it's the same. Yeah, so it's just like battering away at you. It's like kind of scared of Slump. It's kind of pissed off at you, and you know it's like quote unquote tree face is like facing the sky, so it's having a bit of a hard time. So it only batters you for 5 damage, which is mitigated down to 3. And Slump, it is your turn.
Okay, so
It's basically stretched out in front of you, like you
Yeah.
know when the Karate Kids
Yeah.
smack boards that are kind of laid out in front of them. This
Yep.
thing is kind of stretched out in front of your hammer, like a
Okay.
karate wood board.
okay, yeah, okay. I think Slump is going to like Nappa jump in the air with like one leg completely stretched downward and toes pointed downward and the other one
Yep.
bent at 90 degrees with one big heroic leap.
Yep.
And he's gonna come down with the fucking mother of all overhead granny swings.
Yeah, man.
Straight down on like the fulcrum of the tree.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cast Smash
Yep.
or Hack and Slash rather.
Yep. So you
Now-
roll.
Quick question.
Yep.
I have in my notes, I have weapon equals +3 damage. What did I do that gave me that +3 damage?
At the Wave Breaker, you guys had new weapons made that gave you
That's-
giant bonuses.
That's right. Okay,
Yep.
because that was where I also got the horrifying enchantment on
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna add all this up. So I get, I'll roll strength to see if I hit. I guess to see
You
if,
roll
Hack
strength
and
to see if you
Slash-
hit +1 from your own Warcry.
Okay.
Yep. So it's your 2d6 plus your strength +1 to see if you
Okay.
hit.
Oh.
Oh yeah, super duper fucking hits.
Okay. All right.
And now
And then I
it's
would roll plus strength and then +2 for what are you waiting for?
yeah. So it's your damage dice
Okay.
instead of the 2d6. It'd be your damage dice
Okay.
plus the 2 for what are you waiting for?
Yep.
Plus the how much was it for the setup strike? Oh, that's a different dice. Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's your damage dice plus 2 for the what are you waiting for, plus 3 for your weapon, plus strength, and then you're also gonna roll a d4 on top of that once you're done rolling.
Oh my god! A fucking.
Thank God for the huge bonus, and then you roll a d4. I mean, like,
Of course.
Oh, nice.
Listen, this.
I got you.
The tree's going down.
The tree's fucking going down, man. This thing is at the absolute brink of death, and you come down and just detonate it. Like, you know how in like the fucking what?
I was gonna say, as Slump makes contact, I want him to shout timber.
Yeah. And it's like there's that scene in one of the Pirates of the Caribbeans where like Jack is just walking along the ship. I think it's Jack, and the whole ship is just being like exploded all around him from cannon fire.
Yep.
Basically, you come down on this thing and it becomes that for everybody else, as like wood splinters just explode in all directions. And what life was in the tree just kind of leaves. It stops moving, it stops shaking, and it just kind of, the stump becomes still, and the top half of it just falls into the swamp. And you guys are completed the combat.
I want to say that Slump is gonna pick up a sliver of it and put it in his pocket. Like a
Okay.
chunk, like a chunk about the size of like his big meaty thumb.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Mark down that you have a splinter of Granif Auto bog tree.
Got it.
Do you think, Lou asks aloud, do you think these trees are related to the Lich, or do you think they're just natural to the island?
Hard to say.
Seeing how twisted and gnarled, I'd say they were part of the island, but probably the magic made them into this.
Okay.
That's more likely. Yeah.
I guess, is there a way, do you see a way through where we can kind of avoid these guys? Not have to walk through a bunch and give them a berth? Maybe can I, yeah, right? Can we look and
Yeah. Whoever
do a roll?
wants. I mean, you can always. Yeah. Whoever wants to can.
Wisdom.
This will be intelligence.
Intelligence.
Also, DM,
Yeah.
I would like to utilize one of the skills that I took just for this exact purpose, and that is
Yeah.
Wide Wanderer.
Yeah. So describe that to me again.
You've traveled the wide world over. When you arrive someplace you haven't been before, well, actually, it just says when you arrive someplace, ask the GM about any important traditions, rituals, and so on, and they'll tell you what you need to know. So
Okay,
is there
perfect.
any information that Slump would be able to glean from that relative to where we are now?
Yeah, this one's tough because it's so uninhabited.
Sure.
I think you know what? I think as you're kind of looking around, Slump, I'll do this and the investigation checks. Wow, those are not
Sure.
great investigation checks. So Slump, as you're kind of, you've been a lot of places, you know a lot of things, and you've heard them talk about people coming to this island many times, and you haven't seen much of anybody else being here before, like
Sure.
other than all the skeletons. And it's like, where the fuck did all the skeletons come from?
Sure.
And that's when it kind of catches your eye, and you see something kind of sticking out of the bog, and
Okay.
it looks like a weird triangle. Like, it looks unnatural, this weird little bit of triangle kind of sticking up out of the swamp, made of something
Okay.
it's not metal, it's not wood, it's not natural, but there's a little triangle of something sticking out of the bog.
Okay.
And Lou, I'll say you can't see a way through the swamp that would avoid the trees. And Locke, you think you can kind of see a way to avoid the trees. You're not totally sure. It might get a little bit dodgy, but you can kind of see a way through the trees.
I wonder, folks, I could try and cast a spell so that if they're undead, anyway undead, then maybe they don't come near us. But I don't think they're undead, I guess.
Well, they're probably undead, but maybe the big evil monster dog inside of the big shouty mountain is making them not undead. Undead.
Undead.
Yeah. That definitely could be it.
Yeah.
Super and double undead.
Double undead.
We call
No,
those double entendre.
No,
Never mind.
no givesies, backsies.
All right. Ooh.
Okay.
So,
let's-
did you see anywhere where maybe Slump doesn't have to fight the gigantic angry wooden dogs?
Hey, you did so good.
Well, Slump knows, but still, it was.
I mean, you did really good. You literally blew it up.
It gave Slump a hug, and it was too hard. Friggin' jerk. So, do you see some way that we can get through without having to fight more of them?
Doesn't look like it to me.
I think I
Oh.
kind of see a way.
Okay, well, that's better than kind of don't. So, let's follow that.
Oh, you don't want me taking point.
Oh no, that's okay. You just point, and Slump will go.
And I point in the direction that I think I saw.
And
Okay.
that is the direction that Slump goes. This time, every single step he takes, he's looking left and right. No longer every two. Now it's every step.
I'm gonna try and cast Turn Undead too to see if that helps us as we go.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll for the spell.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you get to choose a negative.
Yeah, I should really make that choice before I say I'm gonna do a spell, huh? I mean, I don't want to. We're gonna need that later.
Wait, you have to roll a negative on a 9?
Yeah,
7 to 9.
10
It's
plus
really
is the
hard.
success range. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Clerics are trash.
I know, right? Jeez. Yeah, unwelcome attention. Whatever.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
So the next tree starts shuffling up. Okay. All right. More unwelcome attention. Okay. You guys are walking along for a little while. Lou, you cast this turn undead spell where undead cannot as long as you guys are kind of huddled in a little ball, undead cannot approach you. And when you walk by these trees, they do not seem to be affected. So like
Oh yeah.
you know that like they're in that radius that if they were undead, they would be having a hard time, and they do not seem to be affected. And then you're walking along and minding your own business, and you do take 2 damage that pierces through all armor. And you feel a shock of poison go through your body, which is quickly counteracted. And then you guys look down and you see a giant fucking like bog varmint mutant kind of
Rodent of unusual size.
kind of the rodent of unusual size is kind of the original inspiration I had for this thing, but I'm thinking this thing is a lot more kind of like a 6-legged dissolving wolf.
Oh my
no.
God.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah,
Okay.
wolfish kind of features, but 6 legs and not quite enough skin to totally cover it all up.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
I could
Does-
have ordered that a little bit
Chills.
better. I'm just saying.
And it bit your leg very, very badly as it
Does
kind
armor
of
mitigate that?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Straight through the armor. Its weird, unnatural fucking teeth just kind of bite right through it. And it looks undead as fuck, but it is ignoring your turn undead.
That's so rude.
And it's not really running as much as it's kind of like sliding through the muck. And it is kind of circling you guys again.
Bog monster, guys! Bog monster here.
Bog monster.
Oh my God. Are you kidding? What is that? A puppy?
Very sharp, mini-legged puppy. Also kind of drippy.
Do you want us to get rid of it? We need to send it to the boo-boo box.
At the boo boo box?
We need to send the pup to the boo-boo box.
Well, now I feel bad.
Pup needs to go to the boo-boo box. Don't worry about it.
Can Slump see this thing as it's moving around?
Yeah, it's moving pretty quick, but yeah, you can see it. It's slicking around through the muck.
So here's what I'm wondering, if this makes most sense, because I have 2 abilities that would require me to basically do nothing, but I feel like logic-wise, I'd be able to do both at the same time, and that is cast War Cry and Evil Eye. Both are a charisma roll, and I feel like I'd be able to do both at the same time because I'd be shouting and doing something while making eye contact with an enemy.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think again, because this is kind of, a
Sure.
lesser enemy, I think you can definitely do both.
Okay, sure. So because that's what I think Slump would basically do is Slump would see this weird fucked up wolf walking around, and I think his show of force is Slump would try to smash like a nearby rock or something.
Yeah.
Just to try to bust it up and make a really loud gong sound because his mace is made out of metal.
Yeah.
And so I would roll for War Cry and for Evil Eye.
Yep.
And that would be +0. Okay.
And which one is first? Are you doing the Evil Eye first or the War Cry first?
Do you want them to be separate rolls?
Yeah.
Sure, that makes sense. I'll do War Cry first.
Okay.
Ooh. Slump's ribs are still a little sore from the tree.
Yeah. What happens on a miss for War Cry?
It doesn't even say. It just says on a 10 plus, both. On a 7 to 9, one or the other, and that's it. So I guess just nothing.
Oh, yeah, just nothing happens.
Yeah, just
okay.
Nothing. Just Slump just goes. Ah! No one feels particularly inspired, and the wolf doesn't look particularly afraid.
Perfect. Yeah.
And now I'll roll for Evil Eye. Nope. And now,
Wow, you're working real hard on that next level.
Yeah, really trying to just power level yourself, huh?
Yep. All right. Well, so does that count as experience for me?
Yeah. No, mark down
right.
the experience for those. So you're level what now?
Well, I'm on my way to 7.
Okay, so you're level 6.
I'm level 6 and 4 experience.
I'm still
Okay.
at 5.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Well, you need 13 to level up, so that'll be a little while anyways.
Yeah.
The fuck is my level? I'm still at 5.
Oh, yeah, same.
I got 3 more points.
Okay. Yeah, no, so literally you just scream and stare at it, and it fucking looks at you, and then it just goes back to slithering in the muck and kind of encircling you guys.
Oh shit.
Maybe it's not gonna hurt. Maybe it's not gonna attack us.
Well, didn't it bite you?
I mean, it did bite me very hard.
Yeah, that looks bad.
It didn't mean it though. It's fine. Let's just try to go.
Well,
Maybe it's just
try to
passing
go.
through, or
Let's just try to. I'm just gonna try to pass through. Do I have like any sort of like meat on? Do I have any sort of food on me?
oh,
Do I have a spare pork pie on me?
No, I think the pork pies have played their part, and I think they disappear as soon as they leave the
Oh,
ship
that's right.
now.
We actually said that they don't exist off of the boat.
Yeah.
Okay, damn. Well, frick.
maybe a stick from the tree.
Oh my god.
Okay, do you remember this scene from Jurassic Park?
Yes.
No wonder you went extinct. Like I just like take the stick and I go, I get the stick and I like throw a stick.
Yeah, and it fucking watches the stick go by, and then it goes back to staring at you.
Oh my god. I want to get another stick.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wiggle it. And I'm gonna point the stick at it. And then I'm gonna throw the second stick.
Yep. No, it fucking watches the stick go, then it looks back at you.
Okay, this time I get out my flintlock and I wiggle it like it's a stick.
Yeah.
Like it's a stick. And I point my flintlock right at it.
It sounds like me playing Red Dead, man.
All right, roll plus charisma.
What I'm trying to ascertain right now is if it has any intelligence and can figure out if I'm holding a weapon.
Got you. I mean, yeah, no, it's kind of staring at you. And you take a shot, and the shot just goes into the muck, and it just goes back into the muck and starts circling you guys again.
I still appreciate that setup.
All that setup just for it to be a little shit. Well, that didn't work. Slump, go get it.
Well, Slump is not so sure about that.
Okay, well, what have I ever been wrong with in order ever? Come on.
Slump went in the last week, or
I pointed Locke. He's alive.
I think when he says that, Locke goes,
Oh, shut up. I got you back.
I still love you. I love you.
okay. Well, Slump Slump really feels bad about why did the zombie dog bite you, Lou?
Because I think I drew attention to myself when I was casting that spell.
Ooh, yeah, well, we probably, well, I mean, it's up to you. Do we go further ashore and risk dragging this thing into other packs, which will then draw aggro on us? Or do we try to deal with it now?
I'll take a step forward towards it. I want to see if it it holds the line or if it takes a step back as well.
Yeah, when you take a step towards it, it's like path around you gets a little bit wider, like it's maintaining that distance.
Interesting.
Slump's not good at making decisions, but Slump can swing his hammer. Slump's,
wait. I got an idea. You said it's encircling us, right? Like in a steady pattern?
Yep.
Okay, I want to take out my pistol.
Yeah.
I want to give it a little shaky shook.
Yeah.
And I want to make some sort of trap
Oh.
in its path. And see if I can just trap it and let's be on our way.
Yeah, roll plus charisma to see if you can kind of get how good this trap spell is. Oh yeah, it's pretty fucking. This is. It is fucking loaded with like a multi-stage rope deployment fucking ensnaring trap that will work flawlessly. But now you got to hit it. So go ahead and roll plus dexterity or charisma, whichever your fucking gun attack is. I think it's just your basic attack. It's either strength or charisma. I don't think we have dexterity as one of your attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's a full success.
Wait, everyone's arguing behind me. I just want to wiggle and just like shoot in its path.
Yeah.
Got it.
It just fucking it does not adjust its pattern. Like it does not understand. And so you just shoot ahead of it, and it swims directly into this kind of sling of ropes, which immediately explode and expand and tangle it all up. And it struggles. Let's see. It's going to be a really good rope spell, so it's going to need like a full success to break it. It's not very strong. You know, it fails horribly. It just kind of wriggles and struggles a bunch, and then it just kind of like lays there.
Boy, I hope that weird marmot's okay.
If I can, I want to like set the trap so it'll like automatically release after X amount of time. I'm not trying to.
Okay, yeah, yep.
It's just a poor little. It's just a confused pup dog.
Slump, Slump sort of spit shines the face of his hammer and then puts a hand on Locke's shoulder and says,
You might not want to watch this.
and starts walking towards the
Oh my
dog.
god.
I think Locke just looks up and is like, I've seen worse. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
I want to see if I can get closer to it and see if there's anything else that I can discern about it. Like, does it appear to be an automaton? Is it like very obviously under the control of some spell? How intelligent does it seem? Like, does it seem like a hyper intelligent predator that's looking for a way to get out? So can I roll like a perception check?
Yeah, roll plus intelligence for investigation.
Oh fuck. -1.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh,
is that a fail?
Yeah, that's a fail.
Fuck. Puppy. Doggy. He looks nice.
We're not keeping it. We're not keeping it. No, we're not keeping it.
Oh god.
He's like a steak that
He's
moves.
decomposing in your hands.
Oh, well, Slump wants to decompose too then.
Oh,
Why does he get to decompose and Slump doesn't? You never let Slump do anything.
Oh my god! I swear.
Oh. Well, Slump can't tell a fucking thing. Anyone else want to do anything, or should we just, move on?
yeah, sure.
Let's probably just move on. We have a lot to do today.
You want Slump to send this little
Nope,
puppy dog?
Nope, that's a catch and release
all right.
trap. All right,
Onto
it'll be
the,
it's a completely
along the
nope.
rainbow path and on the midnight train to the long adios.
And Slump is gonna smash it in the head with his hammer as hard as he can.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a coup de grace. It's just an instant kill.
It did bite. It was a bite.
All right.
Galdric looks a little upset.
Well, you said we couldn't keep it, and it
I was
can't
kidding.
Get
We were gonna pick it up on the way home.
Oh,
That was gonna be your new pet.
Slump turns around. Slump turns around and stares at it, and you can see his eyes starting to water and his bottom lip is starting to tremble. Then you realize that he's sort of not really looking at the wolf, and then when he looks back at the wolf and sees what it actually looks like, he kind of goes, "Oh."
Okay, well, let's keep going along Mr. Locke's path. Great fucking choice next to the zombie dog. Awesome. Okay, let's keep going.
I'm sorry, I didn't make the forest full of undead, but you know, I'm just working with what I got here.
Okay, well then, Slump, guess it's just no one's fault then, huh? Guess it's just nobody's fault, right?
Fire magic saved you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, you two. Let's go get the lich. It's the lich's fault.
So yeah, I think we just sort of keep pushing forward.
Yep. Okay. Slump, you're in the lead. Roll plus intelligence to see if you can navigate your way through the swamp. Okay. Yeah. An 8 is pretty good. I think you have a couple kind of close-ish calls. Every now and then you find you're like, oh, whoops, a little bit too close to a tree. You see another one of those little muck beasts swimming around, and you kind of walk around, don't agitate it, don't get its attention, kind of thing, until you guys kind of walk for the better part of an entire day. And because you guys kind of entered in so close to the swamp, you find yourselves at the base of the volcano, kind of as night begins to fall. What would you guys like to do? It's basically evening time. It's like camp or push into the mountain time.
I would like Slump to once again try to use any kind of meditative state to roll for like heebie-jeebies. Does he feel like it would be a better idea to go up onto the side of the volcano before sort of making camp? Because Slump doesn't really advocate for going into the volcano in the middle of the night. Or does the volcano give Slump the real heebie-jeebies? Like, nah, getting any closer is probably an increasingly bad idea.
Yeah, go ahead and roll wisdom.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
fucking A, double natties.
Maximum heebie-jeebies everywhere. Super
Ooh.
ultra dangerous everywhere.
Okay,
And it only
okay.
gets worse the more you closer you get to the
Okay.
volcano.
So we're here. Slump's not sure how everyone else feels about camping or going straight in there right now, or whether we should wait till morning, but Slump gets the real bad heebie-jeebies everywhere, and it only gets worse the closer we get to the big angry mountain.
Ah, geez. Because we don't want to be out in the swamp with the hunter-killer packs.
Yeah.
Well, is anyone tired? Could we keep fighting? Do we
How
feel
are
like
we
we have
feeling?
to rest for the night? Yeah.
You guys are going to need rest, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
or you can take exhaustion. So,
Oh, right, sure.
yeah, which will be a start is -1 to all your rolls.
Well, I can cast a sanctuary spell to kind of at least let us know if anyone kind of passes the line and is approaching us.
Yeah, Slump's vote is we go up the hill a bit, maybe as high as the treetops, so that we can at least keep an eye in case anything's coming up to nibble on us.
That's a good idea.
Not a horrible idea.
Can
Yeah.
Can I look
So
at the
you want to
surface?
go up in the trees that tried to kill us earlier?
No. Slump wants to go up on the side of the big angry mountain high enough that we can then look out over the trees and make sure no one's coming to nibble on us.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like go up. Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, I got it. Okay, no, good
Yeah.
call. No, okay.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Can we look at the mountain and see if there's tracks or anything like that? Or, maybe big rocks that look like there's a big pointy hat behind and there's some sort of bad enemy hiding behind a rock.
All right, Lou. Yeah, Lou, go ahead and roll plus wisdom to kind of check out the volcano a little bit. Okay, yeah. You guys are all just kind of looking around at this, mostly at the swamp, a little bit at the volcano. And Lou, as you kind of like look along the mountainside, you can see well-worn tracks. Like they're not immediately obvious. It's not like you're looking at paths. Everyone else is kind of looking over them. But when you really look at kind of the rock patterns, you see a path that looks like it is well-worn. And then you see that there are like dozens and hundreds of them coming down the mountainside.
Coming down.
Or
Maybe
going
that's
up.
where- Yeah, I'm wondering, maybe that's where we'll have to go up. I was thinking we'd have to look around the whole bottom for a door, but maybe it's you go up. So I very quietly, I kind of tap the shoulders and I point at all of the paths out to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Maybe we should stay maybe find some bushes to hide in or something.
Bushes tied.
Bushes.
You know, some like swamp bushes,
Swamp.
rather
Back in
than
the-
up on the paths.
Why?
Well, it looks like they're regularly traversed. Like there's often people walking up and down, and so maybe it's patrolled or something.
Well, can't you just, you know,
The Slump is doing the like Captain Jack Sparrow hands.
can't you just, that no one can see us?
Let's see. Well, I could. I don't know if I can sleep during it, but I could cast darkness. But I guess then it's very obviously supernaturally dark where we are, so maybe that's just as obvious as us standing there. Well,
I'll cast Marvelous Mansion. Just kidding.
there we go.
Well, Slump's vote is that we look for some low rocks or something like that. On the mountain. That's Slump's vote, but Slump is willing to hear what anyone else thinks.
I like that idea. If we pick a thing that we think we can hide in the mountain, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not just like out. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Okay. Whoever would like to can roll plus investigation to try to find a spot with some rocks to hide behind.
That wizard.
That's
Yeah.
intelligence.
Intelligence, yeah. Holy shit. Okay, wow.
I begin to start looking, and I see everyone else looking really hard, and I don't even
Yeah.
bother.
Okay.
Yeah, you go to start looking, and immediately Locke and Slump like find two separate, completely perfect spots.
I want to like look at like a tree open in the middle of everything and say, "How about that?"
And yeah, you see a tree that's like in the middle of eating one of those fucking swamp monster things. It's like a tree out in the middle of the open, completely exposed, and currently eating something. And you point to that tree, like, "How about that one?"
Slump like looks at where he was suggesting, and looks at Galdric, and looks where Galdric's pointing, and just like really squints, like.
When have I ever been wrong?
In the last week?
Okay, so what was your spot again?
This spot over here in this natural little valley between two rock faces where all of us can fit comfortably and be completely out of the vision of anybody looking across the horizon.
Point taken. Let's go there.
Yeah, I think you guys go into that spot. It is completely covered from the paths and all that. Nothing in the bog can see you, nothing on the mountain could see you, and you guys find a nice little spot that you guys can sleep safely.
I'd like to walk around it and cast Sanctuary then to try and keep us at least alert overnight.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you guys go up on the side of the mountain. Wow,
Damn.
Yeah, full success.
Holy
that's a
shit.
super duper duper duper
my
success.
goodness.
Nobody's coming in here. Poor
I know.
Poor Galdric.
We gotta stop taking his dice.
I know, it's so
I'm just
I'm
rude.
gonna
saying,
get
give them
pouty.
back. Give them back after every roll if you're going to take them.
Fine.
Yeah, okay, you super duper can cast it. There's no roll for the spell either, right? It's just like it just happens.
It's just to cast it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. And so could you read me the description of the spell again?
As you cast this spell, you walk the perimeter of an area, consecrating it to your deity. And I think I do that by like swiveling my head around like an owl a little bit, but I try and do it subtly so as not to be weird. As long as you stay within that area, you're alerted whenever someone acts with malice within the sanctuary, including entering with harmful intent. Anyone who receives healing in the sanctuary receives plus 1d4. But do we regain health by sleeping?
Yeah. You guys all go back to max health when you sleep. Okay, so I think so Gold Buddy is the one that actually like does the spell, right? And I
You're right,
think
that's true.
as it's kind of being formed, like after the spell kind of comes into full fruition, I think it looks almost like just ever so faintly like delicate twinkling stars, just a little hint. Not in any way that's gonna let you guys like let anybody know that you're here, but just like you guys who know where it is, you can just barely see the faint, like it's like a little tiny sliver of night sky kind of in a perimeter around you guys.
I love that.
Okay, and then you guys would like to go to sleep and have your big rest.
Yeah, I think that makes
Okay. And Lou, you are woken in
jeez.
the middle of the night, and something trespasses through your sanctuary, and you sit there and you just hear like walking that's not aggressive, not rushed, and not even really coming towards you, and you can kind of like, as you kind of lean out, you do see a squad of hunter killers coming down the mountain, and just kind of passing by you guys.
Are we able to Frodo and Samwise outside the black gates cover ourselves in our little cloaks and pretend to be rocks?
Yeah, you guys are kind of like already hidden. Like you guys kind of have a bit of a vantage spot to see these skeletons walking down.
Okay.
And they can't see you.
Okay.
So you have a little covered spot. This is mostly just to show you what was coming down the mountain.
Okay.
Every night, hundreds and hundreds of hunter killers come down from the mountain into the bog.
Okay.
But you guys picked a very good, nice hiding spot, and you are awoken just to see them walk by. They do not see you, and you're able to go back to sleep. And
Holy shit.
That was really close.
That was really close. That was pretty close, man.
That was really close, though.
That was really close, man.
They weren't even that close.
They were pretty close, dude.
And the next morning comes. You guys awake. You guys are all spell slotted up. If you lost any spell slots, well, you'd have to commune for that, but I don't think anybody lost any spells anyways. But you get all your max hit points back. You guys are healthy and ready, and you're on the side of the mountain. What would you guys like to do?
Slump would like to basically propose to the party that they start trying to plot a path to go further up the mountain to get closer to the mouth of the volcano, and like looking up from where we can see and trying to plot out vantage points where we can stop sort of out of the line of sight of the rest of the mountain, or as much as we can, like a strategic route forward.
Yep. Okay. So whoever wants to help plot the path, roll plus intelligence.
Yeah, definitely.
My God.
Hey,
You guys got some pretty fucking hot dice tonight.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Okay, yeah, and Galdric is also rolling.
Oh.
And Galdric is also here.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay. Gotta look at the most obvious path and just be like, I think there's a road here.
So you guys kind of follow the paths without actually walking along the paths, and you're able to avoid any patrols, and there are very few, like there are almost no skeletons up and about during the daylight hours.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are being very careful, very cautious, but when it comes to it, you're kind of hiding from mostly nothing. You walk up, I think maybe you see one set of worker skeletons, completely unarmored, walking around with a little fucking mallet, and they're just kind of mindlessly walking down the mountain. That's all you see. You don't see anything else until you finally do arrive at the top of the mountain. And by top, I mean kind of side of the mountain, because
Mount St. Helens.
Very Mount St. Helens. This thing exploded with such force and so aggressively, so many times, that it's just a ruined chasm of the whole of the side of a mountain. It smells of sulfur and ash, and there are some trails of smoke coming up out of it.
Is there a lot of fire?
No, not much at all. It's actually like pitch black in there.
Is there a lot of rage?
There is, yes.
Oh my God! It's fucking rage fire chasm. Okay. And can we make out anything other than that sort of pitch blackness as we look down? That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You can only see, like, because it's all covered in soot too when you come here. So between the no light, the angle of the sun, and the fact that it's all soot inside, it looks like you're literally about to take a step into pure void.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so is it a drop or does
you can't tell.
Oh man. I pick up a rock and I say, I can make this glow and I can drop it, but it might be loud.
That's exactly what I was gonna do.
Oh.
Yeah, do it.
Let's both do it.
Yeah,
and we
do
can
that.
get
Try that.
more. Okay.
Well, hold on now. Will that alert anything that might be down there?
It might.
Like a rock, maybe not so much.
Is
A
there-
glowing rock, however.
Is there any part of that doesn't look as steep to go down? Because I mean, let's be honest. Unless anyone here sees a magical door that can only be opened once a year by a very small person, while a group of bitchy dwarves stand around being grumpy and pouty, Slump doesn't see any other way except we got to go down there.
Hold on, I think I know the password. I think I've seen this somewhere.
Yep.
Okay. Melon.
Nope,
That's pretty good.
nothing.
okay.
Crap. All right.
That was the only. Yeah.
Does anyone see a way that we can get down there a little more safely than just sliding down, hoping for the best?
I really don't want to do that. That's very scary.
Yeah, Slump doesn't really want to do that either.
So when
Yeah.
you say sliding down, I'm sorry, a rope or something?
Well,
So how steep is it looking around? Is it pretty steep to get down into that darkness?
I mean, basically, like as soon as you look into the pit, it's
Okay.
pure blackness. Like you can't even see if there's something to step on or if it's a drop. Like
Oh my
it is
God.
such an absolute mystery.
How about where are the paths coming out of it?
Ah, good call.
Yeah, so the paths coming out of it, there's one kind of nearby. It's just like that, well-worn path where the there's obviously traverse. It just kind of disappears immediately into that blackness.
Okay. Well,
I think
maybe that's the safest, but
Yeah, I
or
was gonna
least
say.
safe at the same time.
I think Slump would start twirling his hammer and looking at the path, and then he would turn around and look at everybody else and say,
unless anyone has any other ideas.
Maybe.
Okay, what are you
Galdric?
thinking?
Do you still have the paladin's tier, Galdric?
Yeah.
Could you use that to kind of scout with it?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't the tier a one-time use?
I thought it was multiple uses.
My God, it's been so fucking long. I do not
That was
remember.
technically the last arc, and that was the one thing I was allowed to take with me. The Paladin's
God.
tier is the one thing where I can, as long as I can see something, I can hear them, right?
Oh, it's when you can see something. You can look through the orb and experience what they see and hear.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah. And that was last arc, but I was allowed to bring that with me to this arc, right?
Yes, yeah. All those super
I've never
magic
used
items.
it!
Yeah. The super magic items come through.
Sure, I will. Can I see any creature down there? Can I?
No,
is there
yeah,
any
you can't
creature
even
within
see-
sight?
Like if you stick your foot in, your foot disappears in blackness.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's supernatural blackness. Blackness. Is it a
Gotcha.
spell?
Like the sun, if the sun's not even penetrating through it, it's got to be magical.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
poke.
hold on.
Wait, I was gonna say I get that on all fours, and I like poke my eyes through.
well, I was gonna say before you do that, can I see if it's something that Slump can cut?
Oh boy.
Speaking of
Yeah.
not trying to let people know we're here.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm basically worried, and Slump would be worried that this is already some sort of tripwire device. That if we step one toe in there, then the necromancer is going to go beep beep beep, intruder alert.
Yeah, I think without seeing the spell cast, it's hard to
Yep.
tell. If it was
Okay.
a spell, you do know the spell darkness, and you can cut that spell if it's that spell.
Okay.
Slump doesn't know if this is the darkness spell, but he learned how to slice that bad boy up. Should Slump try, or what do you think?
Kind
Is
of a
there-
50-50, man.
Is there a way to
Yeah.
examine the darkness, like, with the knowledge and
Oh.
spell casting to kind of see if that's a thing?
Yeah,
Like, if
can
it's a
anyone help
spell?
Slump out?
Can I look at through ink and see if I can help some?
Yeah, as soon as you look at it through ink, there is absolutely a spell there.
Oh yeah, there's a spell right here actually.
Oh, okay, do you know which one?
Is it darkness?
It looks very much like the spell darkness.
It looks like the spell darkness. Like when I cast darkness, it looks like that darkness.
Oh yeah, Slump can do that with his fucking eyes closed. Watch this.
That's good because it's real dark.
Okay. I want Slump to take his spellbreaker out.
Yeah.
He's going to try it.
All right, you
Get
take
ready
your
to run.
spellbreaker out and
Yeah.
roll your roll for the abyss.
And the last I checked, it was still a 2d6 plus 2.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
So Slump closes his eyes.
Jesus.
Locke can do this facing away with his eyes closed.
Just starts swinging his spellbreaker behind him wildly.
What?
Did I get it? Did I get it yet?
Did you level?
Oh my god, yeah, no shit. For fuck's sake.
Holy shit, man. Yeah, no. So unfortunately, Slump, you're kind of like, I think you're trying to trick around a little bit, and you try to cut it, and you can kind of feel the spell a little bit as you're trying to break it with the sword, but you're kind of fucking around so much that you end up just kind of sliding off. The spell reforms, and I guess you suddenly forget how to cut that spell.
Well, so there is the help out kind of mechanic in this.
Yes. Yep.
Is that, could I try and do that?
Absolutely.
Because I was looking through ink and stuff. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Yeah. Roll to help out.
Now, I would love to do that.
Yep.
What is that? How do I do that?
I think you're supposed to roll like plus bond or something. Roll plus charisma.
Oh, that's right. Oh, charisma? Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I'm not doing bond. I don't like that system. Thank God. If you had failed that, I was going to have you fall in.
Oh my gosh, that's so mean!
Yeah, it's pretty mean. It's pretty mean. Okay, so that does succeed. There are some negatives to help out. Let me look at the rules. Because I think you like expose yourself to danger if it's a mixed success.
On a 10 plus 7 and 9, get the modifier, but you expose yourself to danger, retribution, or cost.
Yep. Okay, so danger, retribution, or cost. Which one would you like?
Well, what do they mean? Tell me exactly what each of those will be, and then I'll pick.
Let's say that danger and retribution are real bad.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And cost also not great.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's very good. Yeah, totally. I would like to pick cost.
Okay, yeah. That's probably the most like measurable thing. I think
right.
Slump is kind of like fucking has his back turned and his eyes closed and he's just kind of flailing his fucking sword breaker around. And like you see him missing the weaves completely. Like he is not
push his
doing
arm
it.
a little bit.
Yeah. And so you go to like just kind of push him a little bit so that his sword breaker will catch it. And I think he accidentally cuts you.
God.
For
ouch.
3 damage.
Does it? Oh, every time you say laughing, you got me.
I want to slowly crawl up his back and just slap him on the cheek to make him open his eyes. Open his head loud!
Slum's got a sore neck all week.
It's just from the tree. You're fine.
You're
sorry to lose.
Yeah, that's true. Does armor?
Yeah,
help
your
that?
armor mitigates that. Yep.
Just one then.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you do cut a gash open on Lou's arm as she was trying to kind of like move your arm, but you do also cut the spell, and that unnatural darkness gives way, and what you see is a very dark passage, but you can see those skeleton paths kind of leading down into it.
Interesting.
Okay, at least now we know we won't fall.
Yeah, it's not super steep. It's actually kind of a gradual slope in there.
I think we gotta go in. I think. Well, can we keep an eye out? Do we see any indication? Okay, how about this? So we've seen all these skeletons walking, right?
Yeah.
Do we have a pretty good idea of what skeleton footprints look like after seeing all of those packs?
Not really. So you haven't really seen too many skeleton footprints in the muck, right? Hard to get footprints in the muck, and they don't have footprints. It's more like the paths were worn down through excessive travel, not necessarily discrete footprints.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is can we keep an eye out for dungeon delvers? Anyone like us who aren't part of the Lich's crew?
Okay. Roll plus perception or roll plus wisdom.
Perception.